All right, everybody, we are back. We're going to roll on the Game Master's Compendium of Explosive Creation with Wally DM. I'm going to hold off on the adjectives because I was getting a little highfalutin last time.
You know I was giving you a hard time.
But now I'm experienced at hosting Wally. Wally has an awesome YouTube channel filled with puzzles,
I
filled with
do.
some Game Master roundtable actual plays and some other conversations and literal roundtable discussions.
Hmm.
And we didn't get into it that much, and that's my bad because I want to talk about the book that I can see behind you now. Because I like it. The Quintessential Guide to Monsters.
Okay. Yes. So this is a Kickstarter that was done between myself, Dungeon Dad, who's a YouTuber, Mr. Trask, who's a YouTuber, and JVC Perry, who is he has a lot of fantastic work. Some of the best work that you're going to find on Drive Through RPG and Dungeon Master's Guild. And the four of us have created 26 different monster encounters with unique monsters that we created ourselves. Plus, we each have an essay in the beginning giving it how we would create monsters if we were to, or how we would encourage DMs to create their own monster encounters. So, yeah, Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters is actually available on Drive Through RPG now for the print on demand.
Nice. Yeah, and a lot of cool stuff in there. It can be like the big like capstone set piece fight at like whatever level. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you, it was a lot of fun creating that. I actually created a monster prior to that. In fact, in Cobalt Press's Tome of Beasts 2, I was a backer and I actually got one of my submissions included into
oh,
that book. So
sick.
so that was my first experience having a monster printed in a book. And then so creating the Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters, it was such an amazing experience. Not only working with two of my really good friends from YouTube land, but also with JVC Perry. That was the first time I'd had interaction with him, and he's just a brilliant writer, and it's just amazing. So the four of us, plus our artist Danny Pavlov, was
Is
absolutely amazing. The Now we have some stock art in there, but the artwork that's at the top of the pages that give you a depiction of the encounter, Danny is amazing. The artwork in there that's what does it for me. I look at that and just like, wow. I mean, he really just brought the ideas to life for us.
yeah, cool stuff. Check it out. Down in the description, links to that. Awesome stuff. All right, so
Awesome.
today we're gonna play with the Game Master's Compendium of Explosive Creation. Get myself situated here. We're going to roll up a character, and we're gonna do a little bit of world building around that character. So our first
Fantastic.
stop is an archetype. We can, if anything jumps off at the page, we can choose one. Otherwise, you can roll a D100 on the table of contents here, and that's going to give us an archetype.
What really jumps off the page is the fact that it says D100, and that's what I like to do. So we're gonna roll.
A man after my own heart. All right.
Yes. So that is going to be 4D0, so 40.
You confused me.
The 40 on the tens and the zero on the other. 40 0.
Cool. That confuses a lot of you. So is that 50 or is that no? That's 40.
That's
Zero
40. Yeah.
zero zero, unless it's 100.
Yes.
Folk hero.
Oh, exactly.
Uh,
Nice. Okay.
Nice. Can't be the classics. All right. So I'm going to ask you to roll one of everything except the D100. And if space or like organizational makes it better for you to roll them one at a time, cool. But it's a lot of fun to roll D4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 all at once.
I'm gonna roll one at a time if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I just want to treasure this every step of the way.
Okay. Well, let's savor it. So I'm going to ask you for the D20
Okay.
first.
All right. D20. In typical Wally DM fashion, I didn't roll very high. That is a 3.
a 3. So this is going to give us our drive, our dream, our aspiration. For the folk hero archetype here, we
Mm,
want to gain recognition far and wide. Pretty
mm,
classic.
okay. I think so. So with this character already, I mean, this is basically a trope already. They want to be famous. Why? I mean, one of those questions that you ask when you're building a character is, why is this person an adventurer? Do they want the wealth? Do they want to find the gold? Do they want to be a hero? Or do they want to be recognized far and wide? And that's what this character does. Far and wide.
That's good because it's a good reason to go adventuring, and it's also like
Yes.
that tells me something about how this character is going to behave throughout our campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so speaking of why are they an adventurer, our
Mhm.
catalyst, our call to adventure is going to be a D12.
Oh, my favorite die.
Everybody's favorite die. Definitely Wally's. Definitely not everybody, but it's mine and it's Wally's, and it turns out it's a lot of people I've spoken to.
Nice. The result of that is going to be a 9.
Ooh, strong 9. Catalyst and calls to adventure. Children will say the darndest things.
Children will say the darndest things. Okay. So I'm going to envision this character as maybe not the youngest. Maybe they've kind of piddled around their early years. Maybe they're closer to their middle age, maybe even older than that. And they have a nephew that is just like, Uncle Wally, you should really try to be something, and trying to, make that nephew proud. Maybe it's something that this nephew said that's just like, you know what? That little kid's right. I really should be recognized far and wide. And and maybe in that nephew's eyes, I already am. And now it's time to make that a reality. Maybe I've lied and told a bunch of stories to this poor little kid, and they're just like, they think I'm the darndest thing. And just like, I should probably actually make good on those.
But he's growing up. He's going to find out the truth if we don't
Yeah.
hustle now.
Yeah. So yeah, Uncle Wally, you should be famous.
I love that. I love that. All right, give me a D8. So
For
this is
for everybody at
character.
home, I'm not very good at this, but we'll see how it goes.
You're not very good at what? This so far so good, man.
All right. Okay.
What
All right.
rolling dice you're not good at? That'll accept.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yes. D8. Okay. 4.
So again, this is the kind of thing that like you want to leave pretty open ended. We want to figure out through play. I don't want you walking into at least my game knowing exactly the beginning, middle, end of your story, but we have some kind of idea how a character can change over time. We can kind of lean into it. So at a 4, you're looking at from ego driven to service oriented. That
What
clicks
is that?
in pretty cleanly, I think.
Yeah. What does that mean exactly? To service oriented.
Well, player's choice, I guess, but we're clearly ego driven to start, right? We're going on an adventure to gain renown. We want people
Yeah.
to know our name. We want the bards to write songs about us.
Hmm. Depends on
And
which
you
parts, but yeah.
it's always bards. And you've given me a nephew NPC to like
Mm,
inspire you to live up to their like what to be the hero that they see you as.
yeah.
But eventually there will be a shift. I mean, as we level up, as the
Hmm.
tiers advance, service oriented to me is like less about self, right, and more about others. So I don't know. You walk into the
Yeah.
session 0 with a lovable nephew, he might get snatched up at some point. Maybe,
Oh man. Okay,
yeah,
DM.
maybe it's I mean that's I'm just
That's all
playing the
right.
odds. I'm not saying I would
Yep.
do that. I'm saying it's on the table.
Backstory. Backstories are fair game. Um. Yeah. So I think that maybe instead of looking at it like this is being an adventurer is something that I should do to make my nephew proud. Maybe, yeah, my nephew's right. I should be this kind of a person. I should do this. I'm gonna be recognized far and wide. Um, yeah. And the fact that um I don't think I can fail. So I'm gonna go forward and do it.
I love a
Thanks,
character
man.
with like overconfidence.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I'll
don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what ego means, so we'll go with overconfidence.
he wants to be famous, you know. He's trying to
Okay.
be a celebrity.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right.
trying to be, I don't know, it feels good to do good, and lean
It
into that
does.
eventually. All right, D4 is going to be a friendly faction. So maybe we're a part of them, maybe they're just partial to us.
Okay. Friendly faction. The result of the roll is a 3.
3, the Cobblestone Court, a loose alliance of commoners left behind by the upper echelon. So we got like a class hierarchy thing. Cobblestone Court.
Loose alliance of commoners. So this is where my character were to be pulled into. I'm gonna give my character a name. We're gonna name we're gonna name him Carlos.
Okay, I like
All
it.
right. All right. So
I was partial to Uncle Wally, but we can do Carlos too.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I
That's
guess I
cool.
probably should. I don't want to. Yeah,
We'll create
it's
some
all right.
space.
Yeah.
No,
All right. We'll stick with Uncle Wally.
no. You can do Uncle Carlos. Let's be in the middle.
All right. So this character, loose alliance of commoners left behind by upper echelons. So perhaps the ego took him to believe that he should be up there with the upper echelons,
Oh,
and then experienced some get out of here, you bum, and then finally, oh, come on over here, we'll take you in, kind of a thing. And that's where he, met up with the Cobblestone Court.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there is like maybe we were a big fish in a small pond, right?
Mhm.
We were the biggest deal in
Oh,
our little village.
yeah,
So
I like that.
we roll into water, whatever, water deep or insert
Mhm.
fantasy location here. And we think we belong up there at the top, but that's not what the people at the top see.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I like that. Man, the Cobblestone Court, though, they're good people.
Yeah, salt of the earth. They feel, yeah, I want to be there, bud. And I don't know, they could be useful in a pinch. I mean,
Yeah,
they're the people who are getting stuff done.
yeah. It is a
Uh,
loose alliance of commoners, so.
yes.
So
Yeah, they're just, it feels like maybe like it's a social club or something. Like they're playing bocce in the social in the cobblestone court or like
glad you said bocce. That's awesome.
yes, it was how when did they invent bocce? Is that medieval? I don't know.
My family's Italian, so the fact that you brought up bocce was
Yeah.
awesome.
I grew up on Long Island, so I am not I
Okay.
am Irish. I'm a nut, but like
Okay.
yes, I played lots of bocce in my day. Everyone from Long Island is part Italian and part Jewish and part Irish. It's a
There you
big melting pot. All right, D6 is
go.
we're
D6.
gonna drill
Okay.
down to a friendly NPC.
All right. Friendly NPC is gonna be a number 3.
311 these threes.
Mhm.
Hearth Tender Coldra, a local healer who brews and sells several types of potions.
Oh yeah. I'm going back to Uncle Wally because I can't abandon my nephew by changing my name. So so Uncle Wally here is going to meet Hearthender Coldra because he got cocky.
Mm.
And the upper echelon people that we previously discussed kind of put him in his place, and probably pretty bad. I won't go into detail. Needed a little bit of healing, and that's where Coldra came in, and yeah, now he just looks at Hearthender Coldra with some admiration and probably frequent visits to get healing potions.
I mean, a good person to know.
Yeah,
Good person to know. I like the idea that like Carlos was his like stage name or
it was.
his
Yeah,
like
yeah.
character,
I'm
like his yeah.
I'm playing a bard now. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos, adventurer. All right, so I'm going to ask for a D10, and this is the one time that high is good.
Okay.
This is going to be a meaningful object or magic item.
Oh, sweet. 7.
7, not bad. All right. Gleaming pauldrons, no armor benefit, but they do increase persuasion and intimidation. That feels on brand for Uncle Wally slash Carlos. I got these shiny
Yes.
pauldrons, I believe, are the shoulders. Like 90, I'm like second guessing
Is
myself.
that what they're?
I think yeah, there's some piece of
Okay.
armor. I think pauldrons are shoulders, or maybe these are epaulets. These are pauldrons. These are
Okay.
pauldrons. These are pauldrons. I don't know. Some piece of armor.
Okay.
That's no AC boost, but they're shiny, so they're impressive.
If I were to pick are we picking classes? Because if I were to
Oh
pick
yeah.
a class right now, this would be
Mhm.
bard.
Oh, I mean, we've been flirting
Yeah.
with it for a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just yeah, absolutely. Cool, very good. Especially with persuasion and intimidation. I mean, that's just that's just letting bards do bard things.
Perfect. And I like the idea, like, okay, I can't wear heavy plate, but I'm gonna wear like two pieces of it just to like
Mm-hmm.
just for the
Mm-hmm.
flavor, just so people
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they're like tied on with some rope to hold them in place.
And
Yep.
they're like they might be backwards or like the left is on the
Yeah.
right or something.
Yeah. Yep. Some would say
Um,
I have a pauldron on my shoulder, but yeah,
all
I like
right.
it.
Yeah, that's a lot to work with. Anything before we switch hats to the game master side? We got I mean, is this an elf? Do we have
I don't.
a
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with an elf on this one. I think we're just going flat out human. I mean, this just sounds like it just sounds like a human story.
yeah, it does sound like a very human story. Like
Hmm.
we wanted to impress our nephew and then we wanted to make good.
Yeah,
And now we're
yeah.
in over our head maybe a little bit, especially
Oh
early
yeah,
levels.
yeah. If it wasn't for Hearthrend or Coldrow, we'd probably be dead. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Yeah, good
Yep.
stuff. All right, so we're going to turn the page. And this is more the game master side of things, depending on how you run your table, maybe we're as collaborative as all this. Um, but I'm going to ask for a D6 to start.
Okay.
That's going to be an antagonistic organization, a faction that
Mm,
is not our favorite, or we're not their favorite.
mm. I would probably just choose all of them. To be honest, for this character,
Well, that's the secret.
I yeah. I don't think any of them like him. We're gonna go number one for this.
Steel for silver. Mercenaries with no qualms, serving the highest bidder, always recruiting.
Okay. Tell me what that is. What is that?
Steel for silver. I mean, we have this like classist kind of thing going on. We got like
Hmm.
the richy rich guys are paying somebody. I mean, to ring our bell at least, right? We got beat up. Mercenaries with no qualms serving the highest bidder. So yeah, they have no moral compass, no just like pay me and I'll do it. And they're always recruiting, right? So they're we are concerned with our reputation, and these guys clearly have a bad one, but they think I don't know. Maybe they want us to join them, and that is
Hmm.
a source of conflict in its own right.
Yeah, makes sense. They see something in Uncle Wally that they don't see in other recruits. They don't know what it is, but like, hey, I see something about that guy. Yeah.
Just so in the midst of like beating you up, they're like, I like this guy's pauldrons. Is that what they're
Yeah.
called?
Hey, this guy can take it beating.
You want to earn a couple bucks, kid?
Yeah.
Um, all right, so
Cool.
I mean that's a character, but
Yeah.
the next
Yeah. Yeah.
D6 is going to give us an NPC.
Okay.
Maybe they're part of Steel for Silver, maybe they're their own thing entirely.
Let's go number two.
Number two, Baron. Rendell, out of touch noble who resents anyone more popular than he is.
Oh my goodness, Baron and I, this is too perfect because I'm out to be famous. And yeah, Uncle Wally's going to be a lot more famous than Baron Rendell. He'll tell his nephew that, be like, you watch that Baron Rendell that you've been watching on whatever device that is, that Crystal Ball TV Twitch thing that you watch all the time. Uncle Wally's going to beat that guy. You see.
I like that a lot. Like the power struggle being a popularity contest was
Yeah,
perfect for this folk hero, Uncle Wally.
yeah,
It's like such a funny twist on like the D&D tropes. Like,
yeah.
he
I would even see my nephew having like his action figure. What action figure is that? Oh, it's Baron Rendell. That guy.
yeah,
All right.
maybe he's also like a fake adventurer, or maybe he was in his heyday, and now he's past his prime or something. We're trying to like outdo his legacy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a good rival or enemy.
I like it. I like it. All right, D6 for an evocative location. Maybe this is a good place for a set piece battle or part of the backstory.
Yeah, this is where I have the higher ground. Number four.
The crystalline lake, an ancient evil slumbering deep beneath its still waters, has started to stir.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That happened after I pushed Baron Rendell into the lake off of a cliff.
Oh,
Maybe it
oh,
made him a super villain or something.
I love that. It's kind of I got like little like Sherlock Holmes over the waterfall Moriarty vibes, but also like Joker, right into the vat.
Hmm.
And it starts, but like you kill the Baron,
But did
falls into the lake. It starts bubbling or something, ripples.
hmm.
You know that can't be good.
No, it can't.
And then yeah, he rises stronger or whatever. You woke up something else that you didn't
Yeah.
even know was down there.
Yeah, it could have whatever's down there could be like a patron for
Mm.
the Baron. Maybe the Baron's a warlock now.
Mm.
I just I just turned him to the dark side fully.
Yeah, I mean
Oh man.
you did insert a little Darth Vader higher ground reference there for a second. Yeah, we could
Yeah,
definitely.
man.
Mm.
Crystalline Lake. It's I mean, wow. I mean, I always heard the rumors, but to see this come to light. All right.
That's why you don't go swimming there. All right, one last D6 for a thematic monster. Maybe it's coming out of the lake, maybe it's something else entirely.
All right, here we go. I don't know how much more we can put into this. I'm already ready to
Yeah,
just go back to my
you can
normal
always
life.
you can
I'm
always
ready. Uncle Wally's about ready to retire already. I am done. Number two.
Number two, the blighted beasts, innocent wildlife twisted by the taint of an evil curse or magical disease.
Mm,
So maybe this is like the consequence of awakening whatever's in the lake.
yeah. I just created evil Aquaman with Baron.
Mm.
Mm. And his patron is the ancient evil slum. Oh, this is not good. This is end game stuff right here. I
Well,
need to fight.
you need room to grow. You need to
Yeah.
places to escalate. And it's yeah,
Yep.
it's always good to get like a returning villain somehow. You don't get a ton of opportunities to do that.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. Oh, he's drowning in the lake. He becomes a warlock. Um, and all of a sudden, the squirrels start acting squirrely.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Innocent wildlife twisted by the taint of an evil curse or magical disease. Blighted beasts. Yeah, that's wow. That's scary stuff right there.
All right, final stop on the tour. One last
Yes.
D20, the swingiest of dice. We're gonna get a plot hook for all of this, a story seed adventure idea. She'll wrap it up in a bow or send us in a new direction when we finally killed the Baron for the last time.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
A two, the river's drying up, threatening the town's survival. Something big must be happening upstream. I mean, that ties in real nice with the lake
Yeah.
we just upset.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess yeah, so the river is fed from the lake and now yeah. What do you think? What do you do for Uncle Wally for this DM?
Yeah, I like the idea of like we're not quite sure how throwing a single person into a lake caused the river to dry up,
This is
but we know it's our fault somehow.
yes.
And now
Yes.
we gotta go back to the scene of the crime to investigate.
Yeah. Wow.
Um,
You did say if we struck him down, he'd become more powerful than we could possibly imagine. So here it is.
they always say that. I didn't think it was. I thought that was just a bit. Um,
Yeah, yeah. So, wow, Baron Aquaman,
I like that. I could not have foreseen.
and now there's no water in the river, and we've got to go face the
Oh,
Baron and its patron. Mm. I'm not going alone. We're gonna have to roll up some more characters to go with me.
yeah. I
How's
mean,
that nephew
I'll do
looking?
this all night, man. We can do five if we want to. Um, all right, but let us go back to the full screen.
There we are.
Thank you for that was fun.
Appreciate that, man.
Um,
I got so many story ideas about Uncle Wally slash Carlos the Bard and his
Uncle Wally.
friends and stuff. That was really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a good time. All right, so tell everybody at home or at the gym or at work, maybe, listening to this, where they can find you on the internet, and
Yes.
what are they going to find if they go looking?
Probably the best place to find me is on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called Wally DM, and I go by Wally DM, so it was appropriately named. And I do puzzle and trap videos, and these are encounters that you can use as is in your game, or you can just use them as an idea to create your own puzzles or traps. But yeah, you can find me there, and you can find my books over on Drive-Thru RPG. Just search for Wally DM, and there I am. So looking forward to seeing you.
Check it out. Awesome stuff to add to your game. I might be projecting, but I think a lot of folks like the weak link in the adventure design is puzzles. So yeah, you are providing a service to us all. Appreciate you,
Well,
man.
thank you very much. And if you want to see Ryan play in one of my games, come over and look at the Kill Bargle live stream. Recorded that a couple of weeks ago now, where
Yep.
you were playing the Halfling Coffee.
Coffee. Cheers. And
Yes,
coffee survived. Coffee did not
Coffee
I'm
lived.
gonna say
Coffee
didn't
lived.
escape unscathed. He's forever changed, but
Yes. Yeah, it was
never
a good
dropped to
time.
zero, which I was prepared to do.
I was prepared to do that as to you, but things didn't work out.
Maybe next time you can kill off my character. Uh, well, I appreciate you. Always a good
Yeah.
time. However,
Thanks,
we're
man.
hanging out. Yeah, I look forward to getting my hands on the new stuff coming out soon.
Thank you very much.
Until then, everybody, thank you for watching. Be kind, have fun. We'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.